The tagline, like, new decade, new rules, it's completely reinventing horror. I saw it the other night and I was so scared.
Did it feel a little bit like joining a family to be part of Scream 4?
It did. It was fun. It's really cool to me that all the originals came back, like, you know, David, Nev, and Courteney, and Wes Craven to direct, because for me it's like they could have made it without them, but it wouldn't have been as good. So to have them there just adds this like other layer that's so awesome and cool. And they're so great in the movie. I saw it the other night and I was so scared.
I know, it's terrifying. Was there like a sense of, you know, learning from them as far as what makes a good horror movie, like the best way to scream? Did Nev and Courteney have any tips?
They were pretty cool about kind of just like letting us do our thing. But, you know, Nev and I had a lot of scenes together and it was fun. She was just really like present in there and always wanted like to help, and that's awesome. You have no right to be in here, not anymore.
I heard you got a phone call from the killer.
What do you care?
Don't you think you'd be a lot safer with me around?
Now, without giving anything away, you have a really crazy fight scene in this movie. So were there any injuries? How long did you have to practice that?
No injuries, thank God. That would have been scary. I was always nervous though whenever we had,
Right.
Even though you knew everything's fake, it's still kind of freaky when you see the knives and, you know, you see Ghostface, and it still freaks you out. But I definitely did some like extra working out and kind of had to do a little bit of practicing, but nothing too crazy, because it's just the kind of thing that in the moment you just got to do it.
Right. Well, I'm always curious too. You know, you're in the movie, obviously, you see all the behind the scenes stuff, but when you went back to your hotel at night, were you still a little freaked out?
You know, at first sometimes, but then it was just like, okay, I'm not scared anymore. We were all so tired, I think, from the days we were working that we just wanted to go to bed. We didn't have time to be terrified.
Right. Now, have your friends and family members been like bugging you about what happens in this movie?
You know, they don't really want to know. Like, they want to be surprised. So no one's really been bothering me too much.
Wes was saying that he likes to freak out the cast sometimes. Did he play any tricks on you?
He liked to have people put the Ghostface mask on and scare us, but not offset, like in a scene while we were rolling. He would have
Right.
people jump out and scare you. Oh, and there have been times where you get jumpy as it is, so it's just like, oh my God, it can't even function.
Right. Do you remember the first time that you saw the original Scream?
Not specifically, but I was like 13 or 14, and I just remember being really scared because it felt much more real than any other horror movies at the time, and even still, it's like, you know, middle of nowhere suburbia, like, you know, cute girls getting killed. It's really scary.
And this movie, too, talks a lot about, like, technology, and also one thing I thought was funny was that it references, you know, we've got to top the other movies. So was there some pressure to sort of live up to the original Scream?
You know, I think we just wanted this Scream to be able to stand on its own and be good on its own. It's not necessarily trying to be like the other three, because this is more of like a reboot, like a, you know, the new, you know,
Right.
the tagline, like new decade, new rules. It's completely reinventing horror.